Hey, so welcome. This is a quick video to talk about the DRO that I fitted to my Rongfu RF25 mill. It's badged in Axminster, but I think you get these things badged with a whole variety of different names. So this DRO is a Banggood special. Cost me about £180 for the three-way readout and three sliders. So £180 is what, about $225. Came really quickly, probably about a week. But then it sat there in cardboard boxes for about 5 months because I decided that I've had this mill for about 3 years and it's been great, it's been nice and solid, but it probably deserved a little bit of a strip down and clean up. So that's what I did. I took all the beds apart, gave them a good clean, got them back together again. Everything seems nice and tight now. It wasn't terrible before, but seems pretty good just now. And I finally got the two axes on yesterday, or finished putting them on yesterday. So we've got one down here for the Y, and then another one mounted at the back, which you can't really see, for the X. So there are three, or I bought it with three axes because I've got this grand plan that I'm going to take this plate off and then mount the third one vertically here with a kind of slider adapter type contraption coming down here and then locking to the top of the quill, so that when I move this up and down, the theory is that we'll get a Z measurement up here as well. I say that's the theory, that's maybe, who knows when I'll get around to doing that. So in terms of fitting them, it was relatively straightforward. I started off with the hardest one, which was the Y axis. And it was hardest because firstly just access, secondly because you can't really see, but this is tapered maybe about 15 millimeters. So trying to get it fitted on there, I ended up making a plate here, and you have to take account of the incoming bracket so that it can clear that. And then I mounted the receiver, or the sliding part, onto the spade. I wasn't massively convinced about that because it's quite flimsy, but actually compared to some glass rules that I've seen on other YouTube videos, these ones seem pretty forgiving. So I have got them lined up pretty much on zero, but they seem to give plus or minus 5 degrees. They don't seem that concerned, but that seems solid enough. The kits came with these aluminium covers to keep the crap away from the sliders as well, so I think that's pretty important. Although I've also got them mounted upside down. It's quite difficult to tell, but that's the hollow bit in there, so I think mounted upside down keeps the swath away with a bit of luck. The other thing I did while I was at it, I've seen this on other YouTube videos, is I've mounted this rubber protector to keep all the crap out of the ways down there. So I've made an aluminium bracket in here that the other receiver is attached to, and then that also takes the brackets for this rubber protector here. And really pleased with it. I mean, they do what they're supposed to do. So funnily enough, the first thing I went to do with it yesterday was make up just this little bracket. Now this is hardly the greatest piece of technology on earth, but what I did was I mounted that piece of aluminium into the vise, and then I wanted to measure these things to be 3 centimeters apart and this to be 8 centimeters from the center. So I'm fiddling around with a ruler down here, and I thought, what am I doing? All I need to do is get it set up in the mill, zero the Y, and then, hey, move 3 centimeters out. So fab. So although it took me 5 months to get around to doing it, it was probably about maybe 5 or 6 hours in total, and I'm glad I did it. I think it'll make a massive difference to the ease of use of the mill. We'll see if we get round to the Y axis, but yeah, pretty pleased. So hopefully that's of interest to somebody. See you soon. Cheers.